We have more news and players to cover from the transfer portal, and Adam Hopkins, DB slash wide receiver, is leaving the Colorado Buffalo. He's leaving Deion Sanders. He is entering the transfer portal, and this is a big-time prospect with a lot of upside who's going to be signing with a new collegiate program. We're going to look at his scouting reports. We're going to look at his highlights from his high school days. But before we do all that, you need to click that subscribe button right now because we're talking about the transfer portal. We're talking about these recruiting classes, 2024 and 2025. Every single day this offseason, player by player, you need to know what these players look like before they start making plays for your team. Here's the news source of one of many, though, from the transfer portal. He is leaving Colorado, hitting the portal, played DB, appeared in 13 games, and looking at his stats, lackluster, 3 solo tackles, 4 total tackles, and we're leaving Colorado, going back to his scouting report coming out of high school. We got a 4-star prospect ranked as one of the top wide receivers in the nation, 52nd ranked, 32nd in the composite, 4-star prospect, 6', 170, received 21 offers though. And looking at the offers, just glancing over here to the left, not just all the schools, but the ones on the top here, Colorado, Auburn, Texas A&M, Arkansas. So we got Power 5 consideration here, a good amount of offers. That means college football was after him. Moving down here, of course, we got a scouting report. That means they looked at him. How many times we go down the rankings, we go player by player, and there's a player with a decent ranking, maybe ranked 50th, 20th, 40th, or somewhere around that range at their position. They don't have a scouting report. They took the time to look at him. A dynamic two-way player. He's an athlete. He can play wide receiver. He can play defensive back. This was a player that said, hey, I'll play where you need me to be at. He played defensive back. He did that. No track times recorded in limited testing data. We'll look at the highlights. We'll see the speed there. But he's got good ball skills. He's got 350 receiving yards, but got off to a hot start during his senior season, hauling 3 touchdown passes. He can play both sides of the ball. So wherever he goes, he's going to give you a versatile athlete. We're into the transfer portal. We're leaving Colorado. Let's look at the timeline here real quick. Let's see what he was doing there. And Auburn, we decommitted from there. Could we go back to Auburn? Remember, we can play both ways. We can play both ways. Auburn picked up a lot of wide receivers in the 2024 class. Cam Williams looks lights out, but we can play DB. We can step in at wide receiver. That's going to allow him to be more versatile in the recruiting trails. Kansas State, Arkansas, Florida State, Purdue, ATM, TAMU, Florida State, TAMU, and some more, Going over to On3, 4-star prospect down the line. Actually, On3 had him as a 3-star. Rivals had him as a 3-star. Ranked him as the 95th wide receiver off the board. But remember, he plays both ways. Plays cornerback as well. And during the recruiting process, it was like, where are you going to be at? What you going to do? That being said, we got an athlete here, a big-time prospect. ESPN had him ranked 20th. But look at these schools looking at him. We got Georgia in there. Nobody was playing around. They were saying, hey, this is a prospect we want to sign. This is a prospect we want to get on our team. We're going to try and get you. We're going to send you an offer. So we're going to look at the highlights here today. Almost 8 minutes. Let's see what we're working with. Let's go back in time to the high school days, because we have 4 tackles of production to look at, and we got speed and burst. So wherever you go, you're getting a guy who's athletic. We're seeing that off the first highlight. Eating the cushion good, very subtle and sudden. Downfield. Very subtle and sudden. Do not trust recruiting sites whatsoever on everything. Ball coming his way, coming at it. Jumping up a little bit, ball hits his hands. Another question is, where do you think he's going to go? Where do you think he's going to sign? I'll have that listed in the title like I do with all the prospects in the portal. We're breaking off moves. We're showing some fluidity here. When I compare him to the 2024 wide receivers, I'm doing that because we covered 50, 60 of them on the channel so far this year. He's up there. He's up there. He's not a bottom dweller because that speed and burst, the hands are there. He's a solid wide receiver. You're getting a solid player. Whoever gets him in the portal, you're getting a solid player. That's what Georgia was after him. Florida State, Texas A&M, Arkansas. More Power 5 programs. And the recruiting sites are like, nah, we'll just give him a 3-star. Ball's in the air. Where are we at here? Stands are full. We're zoomed out a bit, so I can't. Level of competition ain't horrible. Ain't horrible. I've seen a lot worse. I've seen players with cornfields out there and nobody in the stands. Got a blue track out there. Some money thrown around at some of these schools. Dude, solid. I want to see my defense too because you're getting the total package here, I believe. I remember watching this kid thinking he was good. And some of you guys may think everyone's leaving Colorado. It's coming and going. They're getting good players too. Players are leaving. Potential's coming in and potential's coming out. That's just what it is. That's Colorado fans will say, hey, good riddance. Some of these are doubled up. That play was earlier, unless it's just a play that looks similar. That play was earlier. That play looks earlier too, and it's all in a different. This was off his huddle. We'll wrap it up if it gets like weird repetitive, but it shouldn't be like that. This is the first. We got him at DB. There we go. There we go. Let's show the speed. Let's show the pull away. We got speed. We got speed. Look at him looking back. Look at him looking back. They need track times. 24/7 Sports and On3 and them, they need track times to look at speed. They need track times. They noted that in the scouting report in like the second sentence. That's piss poor. You can't tell me you don't know speed without watching the tape. How about you go do YouTube videos like me? Watch 300 prospects from a class. It will happen. It will happen. You'll notice it. It'll just happen. Put in the work. Write a scouting report on all the players. How about we do that? A player in the top 200 should have a scouting report. And that's both for On3 and 24/7 Sports. He got one, but we cover a lot of players like that. You see him not going full go, it's because he knows he can turn on the Jets whenever, and he's just making sure things are red. He's making sure he just gets through. He's just trying to score the touchdown. He knows he has it. When you're fast, you know you're fast. Nice play on the ball. Nice play on the ball. You got a two-way player who can excel on both sides of the ball. He's got speed. He's got good ball skills. There's no way he should be slept on in the portal. I expect him to go to a good program. A program that might give him a look is UCF. They seem to be very aggressive in the portal. They're seeing a lot of players go that way. I don't know. I do not know what contacts he made during the recruiting process. Auburn might be decommitted from there, but it might have been a sour note too. It goes both ways. It goes both ways. But we're also seeing Southern schools, SEC schools look at him. Florida State, Arkansas, and them. Auburn was there. Texas A&M. That's an indicator, maybe. But if a team comes knocking, they're saying, hey, and it's like a Wisconsin or something, they're saying, hey, come and play. We'll start you. We'll give you a good chance here. He might sign the papers. That's the thing about it. It's real life. But you can look at the tea leaves here from the recruiting process, which is just a little bit. And outside of that, his family might know. He might know. He may not know himself. He may not know himself. He might just know, I need to get the hell out of Dodge. I'm moving. I'm getting out of here. Again, a lot of Colorado fans are going to say good riddance to this player. I'm going to say this player has a lot of untapped potential, has a lot of upside. Underranked in the recruiting sites, for sure. We got a lot of speed. We got a lot of burst. Players are coming and going at Colorado. They're actually a very fun team to watch. I'm not even going to knock them. They're fun to watch in the recruiting cycles, in the transfer portal cycles. That I just like paying attention to them. They got another player I got to talk about, too, that they're getting in the transfer portal that I feel like you guys want me to go over, because I think it's a good get for them. But this is going to be a good get for another school. You're getting a lot of potential here. Very good on the defensive side of the ball. Very aggressive, very astute. Offensive side of the ball, he's very subtle. He's a good route runner. He's got speed. He's got good hands. He's got tremendous ball skills. He has the ability to read the ball while it's in the air, attack it, bring it down. Very aggressive. And maybe he does need to go to somewhere else. Maybe he needs to go down a level. Maybe he needs to go down to G5. Retool some things. Maybe. We're leaving in the spring. Maybe you need to go somewhere where you can be a thing early. Maybe that's the thing for you. But we got a lot of upside here. This guy's going to be testing the market. I have no clue where he goes. I have no clue where any of these guys go. The best I can do is just look at the timeline, speculate a little bit, look at where he's from. But again, he may not even know. But when we're looking at this guy, we got a baller. We got good speed. We got good burst. We got good ball skills. We're good at wide receiver. Very subtle, aggressive, assertive route running. He can break off routes. He's very quick, fast-footed. On DB, he can play with anybody, really, stride for stride, has good ball skills. The main trait about this guy is the ball skills. The ability to read the ball while it's in the air, while defending somebody, or having someone draped on him as a wide receiver, making the play, timing the jump, showcasing the hands, strong hands, bringing it down. A lot of upside here. Watch for him in the portal. Could be a good get for your team. Let me know where you think he goes. Let me know what you think about him. Make sure to hit that subscribe button right now because you made it this far and you're going to watch more. I want to thank you for watching. Catch you on the next video.